Hello, Crocker58 here, and I wanted to talk about the final battle of Bioshock Infinite, the defense of the Hand of the Prophet. Um, I'm not really going to talk a whole lot about the setup here. I really want to get right into the video. It's a pretty long fight. It's about 9 minutes long, so I'll be able to walk through all the strategy and everything like that. So going straight into the setup here, infusions, same as my siren fights, you want to have your basic 1999 mode setup, full shields, full salts. If you don't have full salts, you definitely want to have at least 8. This setup works best with the most amount of salts as you can possibly have. Anything less than 8, and you're probably going to wind up having to rely on Liz sending you gifts in the middle of the fight. So anything you can do to reduce that, the better. And the easiest way to do that is by having more salts available to you. For the gear, Storm Hat, excellent hat to have. I use it as soon as I get it. I use it for my entire playthrough. We're going to be using both Devil's Kiss and Shock Jockey a lot, so it'll definitely come into play. I have Scavenger's Vest on, however that is an awful vest. The only reason I have it on is because I assume during my guides the player doesn't have any of the invulnerability gear. However, if you have it, definitely use Winter Shield. There's skylines all over the place during this fight, so you'll definitely be able to use that. For my boots, I have Tunnel Vision on. I use the iron sights a lot, so it comes into play for me a lot. Urgent Care on my pants, excellent piece of gear. The recharge delay and recharge rate in 1999 mode is awful, so this helps that out a lot. Now, if you wanted any kind of alternatives to gear and stuff like that, I'm going to write that in the description so you can check that out. For the weapons, I'm using the carbine and the volley gun. Mainly the carbine, because you can crit with it and it can fire as fast as I can pull the trigger. Whatever you're using, you want to have both of them with at least the 2 damage upgrades. Moving on to your salts, Devil's Kiss is an important one. If you have it maxed out, excellent. If not, you want to get it maxed out. Devil's Kiss Boost increases damage. Devil's Kiss Aid, you got those mini clusters, which are going to increase the area of effect, and it also is going to give you damage. Devil's Kiss with those 2 upgrades is lethal. You're going to kill, throughout the game, you can kill almost everything with the trap, other than like heavy hitters and stuff like that, of course. It's 1999 mode, so the soonest you can upgrade possession to the fullest, the better. You're going to be using it to take out the beasts here, so it's definitely going to be used. Murder of Crows, I have it maxed out. Definitely helpful. Longer you can keep the enemies stunned, the better. And Crow's Trap Aid is excellent because you'll be able to make crow traps without having to spend any salts just by killing an enemy. A lot of the enemies are actually going to be killed by the amount of crow traps we're laying out. And if they don't get killed by the crow traps, they'll get killed by your Devil's Kiss trap. Return to Sender. Honestly, you could probably be okay without even upgrading this at all. It doesn't really cost a whole lot of salts, but it is a trap, so anything you can do to reduce the cost of salts, the better. So if you can, get Send for less. Sender Aid is actually completely pointless in this fight. You're not really going to rely on it at all. But the decreased salt cost of Send for less is definitely going to help out. So with that, let's head straight into the battle. Okay, so first thing you're going to do is use Songbird to take care of that gunship down at the end. It's going to be a while before your first Zeppelin comes out, so you can go ahead and spare the sun in there. I'm only going to lay out 1 crow trap here. There aren't too many enemies that come in this first wave, and most of them are going to get taken care of by this Devil's Kiss mine, and they're going to take some damage from that crow trap. So you can go ahead and just focus on laying out your Return to Sender mines over here. They're going to absorb some of that fire and keep your ship healthy. You can see they're taking some damage down there from the crow traps. Just keep an eye on them. Make sure none of them are running up these stairs getting any closer to the pylon than they need to be. If they come on that main board over there, your Devil's Kiss trap is going to take care of them, so don't worry about it. So you see here, this guy starts hitting me. Anytime you start getting shot at, you want to take care of those enemies. They're not going to focus on the pylon anytime soon. And you don't want to take too much damage, so go ahead and just kill them as quick as you can. These two guys actually survived the Devil's Kiss mine, so I'm going to go ahead and hit them with Shock Jockey, and the Storm Hat is just going to make quick work of these guys. Two gunships that come out from the sides, you're not going to worry about them. You definitely don't want to waste Songbird on them. Just let them drop the enemies. Your traps are going to keep them at bay really well. I'm going to lay out my traps into 3 lanes. There's one lane, there's another lane, and then on the other side is the 3rd lane. Keep an eye on your salts while you're doing this. Make sure you don't run out, and if you do, refill it as quickly as you can. There's tons of these vials lying around, and they're all plus 100 salts, so... Now, two guys are going to stay on these edges. One of them might jump down. Sometimes they'll both stay up. If one of them is down, just make sure that the other one is still over there. Go ahead and take care of them as quickly as you can. They won't get hit as easily by your crow traps, so you want to take care of them as soon as possible. You don't want them getting too close to the pylon. So the enemies down there, they got hurt by the crow trap. I'm going to go ahead and lay out my mine again, and this is going to take care of all 3 of them. And there's one straggler up here who managed to run up, but there is a trap, and he is taken care of. Now these barges, I think this one you can actually go ahead and use Songbird if you want. I always like to keep it safe, so I just hit it with the Shock Jockey and shoot it down. It'll take a whole lot of shots to bring down, and you're not using your guns to kill a whole lot, so you can definitely go ahead and spare the ammo. Taking a look at my traps, need to reset, so I'm going to go ahead and lay them out. Meant to lay a second trap there, but I accidentally hit a regular Murder of Crows. Doesn't really matter. There's 2 traps already out. They'll be doing some heavy damage to them, plus they did get hit by the regular one, so they took some damage from that as well. And I have the Devil's Kiss mine, so they'll get hit by that. Keep an eye on your return to sender mines. You want to keep them up. You definitely want to have at least one up at all times. That way the pylon isn't taking full damage from their shots. So you're going to see I actually take out a couple guys here, mainly because it's a free trap. They're getting hit by it, and they're not going to be focusing on me anyway, so you can go ahead and take them out and get the extra crow trap there. Plus, it's going to be really helpful once you have the Patriots on that main dock. That way you can focus less on the soldiers. So there's 2 beasts over here. You're going to take care of them with your possession. You can see I took a rocket standing there. As long as you have full shields, maximum infusions to your shields, you can do that. It will hit some of your health, though. If you don't have any infusions into your health, you don't want to take more than one of those rockets standing. You can see here, like that, he hit me twice. Nearly killed me. If you didn't have any vigors into your health, that probably would have killed you. Death doesn't mean a whole lot during this segment, though. I mean, this is the last fight of the game, so you're not going to have to worry about saving money to buy anything. And actually, your weapons will refill if you die, so I mean, if you do die, it's not too bad, you know. Traps need to be reset, so I'm going to go ahead and reset those traps. Now, I know I have those 2 already out there, but we're going to have a lot of stuff to deal with, so the more crow traps you can have to keep them distracted, the better. So I'm going to go ahead and fill up all 3 of my lanes with crow traps. Now once you hear that little announcement about tiers or whatever, that means your Zeppelin, your first Zeppelin's coming out, and also your Patriots are going to enter the battle. So go ahead and use Songbird to take out that Zeppelin. You're not going to worry about the Patriots until they get to that main pylon, that platform right down there. They'll do some shooting, but it's not going to do a whole lot of damage, and the return to center traps are going to take care of it. And you want to focus on this ship here, and all those crow traps that are out are going to help keep the enemies from shooting at you, or the pylon for that matter. So you can go ahead and you can take this out without having to worry about getting shot too much. As you're doing this, keep an eye on your salts and your health. Health probably isn't going to really be hit too hard, but your salts are going to be getting used up a lot, so keep an eye on them. So now I see that the 2 Patriots are down there on that dock. They set off that Devil's Kiss mine, which is taking out some of those soldiers. I don't think there's any more left. If there are, I laid the traps out, so they'll get hit by the Murder of Crows. We're going to take these out real quick. Never leave these guys standing. They're the biggest threat in terms of soldiers that are going to be posed to the pylon there. The beasts are another really big threat, but they're easy to take care of because of possession. And then those dropships with the big cannons are the other big threat. But they go down real easy too. So we got another Zeppelin coming out. We're going to go ahead and take care of that. No enemies are left standing, so you don't have to worry too much. You can take advantage of this if you want to refill your lanes with traps. Check your return to sender mines. So I actually do need to put some traps out. I probably should have skipped that one. I didn't realize that there was a corpse there that had a trap on it, so I accidentally laid an extra one there. No big deal though. If you don't have maximum infusions to your salts, you're probably going to rely on Liz a little bit more, like I was saying before. So this guy is starting to shoot at me. I want to take care of him as soon as possible, so there you go. He's taken care of with possession. Never waste possession on the Patriots. It's almost worthless. They almost never get a chance to even start shooting. So just go down there and take care of them as soon as you possibly can. You can see the third Zeppelin is already up there. We're going to go over there and take care of that shortly. Ran low on ammo, so I switched over to the volley gun here. That was a little risky. I didn't even see that there were the beasts there. Thankfully, I had a lot of health left. And right there, I didn't see that I had no salt. I guess that's the benefit of having some infusions put into your health. Let me take those shots. So, I'm going to go ahead and hit him with possession. That's going to take care of him. Our third Zeppelin is now taken care of. So, at that point, once you hit that third Zeppelin, once you clear out whatever enemies are left on the deck here, you're pretty much done. He's taken care of. We're going to go right down there, and we're going to take care of whatever soldiers are left running up here. Don't worry about traps at this point. Murder of Crows is perfectly fine to take them out, just the regular ones. Don't waste too many salts. And you're going to use your Shock Jockey and the Storm Hat to take care of most of the others. Now, I actually mess up here pretty bad. Could have been really bad for me. Point blank range right there. Volley gun doesn't do a whole lot of damage. When you point blank range and you take that shot, it's going to waste your shield. When you have like 4 or 5 enemies, that's not a good thing. So that guy's taken down, and that actually will finish the fight. So you can see, very little gunplay required there. All you have to do is just make sure your traps are set, and that takes care of your soldiers. The only thing you really need to shoot at are those gunships and the Patriots. And that is how you do that.